What is up YouTube? What is up Twitch? Welcome back to another live stream. Let me check if the audio is fine. Twitch should already be working. Let me check. So today we are going to have a type reading session on NASDAQ. Today driver protocol. So we have Fed news at 10 a.m. and we still have Jackson Hole Symposium. So yeah, today is going to be a tough trading day. I mean, look at the price action before, okay? So London was trash, outrageously bad. New York kind of loosened up a little bit, but yeah, let me check if the audio is fine. Everything should be working. Okay, can you hear me? Yeah, perfect. Perfect. So I would say let's hop right into the charts, shall we? Okay, so looking at the intraday chart, you are not really aware of what's going on the high time frames, obviously. So we are going to check out the daily chart real quick for a second. It's important to frame our buys going into this live streaming session. So as we can see, that's a daily chart. You can switch between set and set off. So this is set off, this is set on, and as you can see, this changes in here. Okay, so there's a huge volume imbalance and there's the probability, the likelihood that we can trade back down into it. But to be honest, I'm more expecting higher prices today. Why? We fell short of this midpoint in here, so that's a bullish signature. Even failed to trade up to upper quadrant of this. Okay, here's the upper quadrant. It failed to trade down to the upper quadrant in here. Okay, so that's bullish as well. And what do we have? We have immediate rebalance, so the high of this wick and low of this wick are more or less on the same level. Okay, so we have immediate rebalance, we have a suspension block, and a volume imbalance is most of the times indicating that it has to go somewhere and it has to get there fast. Okay, not saying that we loosen up and explode to the upside now, but it's indicative of bullishness. Okay, so what I'm watching is this previous day's high and these highs in here. These are relatively equal previous day's highs. Okay, and I'm watching the inversion for value gap in here and including this for value gap in here. Okay, so I want to see price get up into here and here. You gotta include today's TGIF. Today is Friday. Okay, and today is a high impact news driver. So what we could expect normally on TGIF is it retracing back down into the range, but we kind of had a consolidation range type week. So yeah, TGIF, there's a possibility for us to retrace lower, but anticipating higher prices. Okay, so while TGF can happen, I don't think that's likely to happen today. I might be wrong. It's lots of manipulation in the market right now, but yeah, that's what I'm expecting. So I would say let's hop right into, I mean, give me a second. We have this 5-minute inversion for value gap. Perfect. So since we are bullish, I want to see a buy side, a sell side sweep, take out sell side in here, and then go for buy side again. Just to remind you, we have 10 a.m. Fed news, so when the Fed is speaking, that's usually when you can expect huge manipulation. Okay, so I'll be careful today. I avoid taking a trade. I would rather want to just tape read the session, and if it presents a really nice trade setup for us, I will take a trade. But yeah, we gotta see. We got to see. So seems like it just drops, and this rather looks bearish to me than bullish. And if you wanna, if this is a manipulation, okay, it should stay somewhere in this vicinity. It should not just take off and go lower. If it goes lower and lower and lower and lower, then I will abandon my bullish bias and maybe look for a change of bias, swap my bias and look for TGIF. Yeah. So what we can do is we go back to yesterday's trading day, okay? Yesterday's New York AM session opening price high from 9:30 to 10 AM. We can grade the range. This is the first 30 minutes of trading from yesterday. See how it has been used in here, midpoint in here, okay, in London as well, here. So I would prefer price to stay somewhere in the upper half of it. I don't want to trade in the first 30 minutes because we have 10 AM news, okay? 10 AM news. I don't want to take the risk. See how the bodies and the wicks failed to trade down into yesterday's opening range upper quadrant. This is actually a nice bullish setup right now, but it's just, I cannot take it. We have 10 AM news. and I don't want to take a 10 a.m. a trade before 10 a.m. news. To be honest, I hope that this would present itself after 10:30. Let's see. Damn, what a run. What's going on, bro? Beautiful price action. God damn. Yeah, okay, so bias and narrative for today already delivered. I mean, yeah. Okay. So, what are we gonna do now? Okay, we look for previous day's high, which is this one. That's beautiful press action, to be honest. That is pretty unusual for a freaking Fed Chairman War Speaks 10 a.m. news driver. We have several 10 a.m. news. I mean, yeah, 10 a.m. news are good for volatility, but not when the Fed speaks. When the Fed speaks, then most of the times yeah, tends to be more of a high resistance day or opening. So that's interesting. Funny how my bias was correct again. But we were not part of that beautiful move, man. So the long that I would have taken would have been this one right here. When price closed above the first percent fair value gap in here. And then came back down and respected the midpoint. That's beautiful. So somewhere in the upper half. That would have been a reasonable stop loss. ICT got along that we were looking for. He said, "No, I'm not trading today." Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. To be honest, buys has already been delivered. Sell side sweep, go long, take out buy side. Hmm. To be honest, I don't know what price wants to do now. It failed to trade up to buy side in here, so in my opinion, it wants to go lower and take out this low again. Hmm. So we came back into the middle of the range basically. Respected first presented Favali gap. Now we are inside this inversion Favali gap. And this Sibi. Oh, 10 a.m. news. Goddamn. Took that high out again. Still, buy side still intact, bro. That's insane. Einfachnis, yo, back in business. Cam is Cam frozen? Yeah? Yeah, seems like the cam is frozen. Give me a second. I don't know what happened. Is it working now? Yeah, now it's working. Something is wrong. Give me a second. Okay, should be fine. Yeah, should be fine. Perfect. Back in business. Yeah, I was looking for a long today. Any winning trades today? Unfortunately not. I was anticipating. I said, okay, buys today is bullish. Even before 9:30 opening was there. I said, yeah, what's up, guys? I'm looking for long today. Buys is bullish. I want to see a sell side sweep and look for buy side, and it happened. But the only thing is today is Jackson Hole day 2. And we have Fed news at 10 a.m. as you can see. And I expected, to be honest, I expected this kind of price action right from the opening. So I was not expecting a low resistance liquidity run. That's why I didn't take a long. So yeah, I'm kind of struggling. I wouldn't say struggling. I have a protocol that I followed, which is don't trade before 10 a.m. Normal 10 a.m. news, no problem, but it is high impact news driver, and it's the Fed. Whenever Fed is speaking, that's usually crazy manipulation, and you usually see this happen. Okay, but I don't know, all of a sudden we have the most beautiful move to the upside. So I mean, how do you know? So we've taken out buy side once, twice, and a third time, and we break lower. So the high of day might be set in here, and now we look for low prices. Target on the downside would be the first presented the first presented low of the day. And let's see, maybe if we can come back down into PM session low from yesterday. But I mean, yeah, we could just enter a range bound environment where we just bang around and not really be trending. I won one short at 950 short, but that wasn't really short. Or where was your stop loss? I don't know. That doesn't look like a short to me at 950. Maybe short inside this order block. Short in here. Trade towards the first percent fair value gap. That's a trait. I don't know. Four X micro NQ. What do you mean? Ah, you mean the tabs above. Subtask, top tag. Yeah. It's just different workspaces. You know. But I'm wondering why you actually see my top menu list, or however you would call it. I don't know. That's odd. I gotta adjust my. Yeah. Perfect. Jackson. Okay. Okay. So next target. Sat side taken. Now we want to look for PM session. Low. So first into value gap, we have in auto block, takes out buy side, opening. Okay, trade up to first into a value gap, auto block as well in here. Create the wick midpoint, use in here. So There you go. So what I'm doing right now is looking for a target on a downside. Okay, what do we have? We have sell side liquidity here, here, and what do we have as well? We have yesterday's opening levels. Okay, so we already reached down into yesterday's midpoint of the first 30 minutes of trading, 9:30 to 10 a.m. Use the midpoint. Perfect. So that's the reason why my target wasn't here. Or yeah, actually that was the initial TP. But sell side isn't here. Next target would be this one right there. TGIF delivered as well. Damn, precision today is awesome. Where's today's silver bullet? There it is. But yeah, I gotta be honest, everything from here on is just is gambling. We are too far into a discount for me personally to short or take another short opportunity. Yeah, this one could pan out. What would be a reasonable target on a downside? This right here. But in my opinion, it's just too late. We delivered TGIF. We delivered yesterday's New York session midpoint. We delivered previous week's low. We delivered every target on the downside. So we might look for a reversal now. We have relatively equal highs. So we delivered TJF, we delivered previous week's low, we delivered everything on the downside. So I'm looking for long now. towards midnight at least. That's a 100-point stop loss. Damn. A 50-point stop loss. Come on, trade lower. Doesn't want to give it to me. Okay. The fuck? To be honest, I don't want to see price retrace back down into this Valley gap. That's unfortunate. God damn, why is price running? That's an insane move. It just keeps on running. It just keeps on running. Okay. Hmm. Okay, so the trade that I was waiting for just took off again. So I was waiting for retracement into a silver bullet, fair value gap. Didn't get it. We still have these relatively equal highs. Now what I want to see is if price can actually respect this breaker and this fair value gap. So we trade up into a premium. So what does price do? It moves from premium to discount. So premium is right around here. Why? We want to grade the range that we are in. That's a midpoint, so we went above the midpoint, which is a premium. Now I want to see price come back down into a discount, which it did right here, but I want to see a little bit more, to be honest. And then I want to wait for time. So it's not the right time right now. I mean, this technically would be enough, but I don't trust it yet. I rather would want to wait for a macro time. But if it leaves this one open, that's even better, to be honest. But let's see. Wait, what? That's actually not the first percent for value up. That's 930. That is 930. First percent for value up is this one. Yeah, in my opinion, this is not enough of a discount. It will retrace deeper. That's what I expect. It can move higher from here, but I don't trust it. It's 1030. We may get a nice trade towards, I mean not we. It's not financial advice, remember. I gotta say it. But yeah. We wait for 1050. 1050 is right here. I'm confident that we that I can catch a trade. Like I said in the beginning of the stream, it's 10 a.m. News Fed chair news protocol, so that means wait for after 10 to 10:30. 10 a.m. news usually cause this kind of consolidation and manipulation. Then it will set up a trade setup, and then it will give you a nice little run. And sometimes no opportunity to enter on, but we may get another opportunity to take a trade. Maybe not. To be honest, we trade down into a discount, so this is an auto block, and we respected the auto block open. So what might pan out would be something like this. That would be a nice little trade, to be honest. Hmm. It has already done damage on the upside. I don't want to take a trade now. I fucking hate it. Bro, come on. I was looking for a long, no retracement. I was looking for a short, okay. I was a little bit hesitant because I was looking for a long. I prefer taking a long. Then the trade setup was established, looking for retracing back into fair value gap. Didn't get it again. And same thing in here. And if it retraces now, I don't trust it. I want to take it now because we've done damage. We took out buy side. Yeah, we have another buy side level up in here, which is a previous day's high. But you don't want to take a long in a premium. That's why looking for a long, I was waiting for a discount. That was not enough for me of a discount. I was waiting and looking for a little bit more of a discount. Didn't get it again. Bro, today is horrible. Ah, come on, bro. It will reach this level, I'm sure. What the fuck? Come on. Okay, target reach. Whatever, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We see each other tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Tomorrow is the weekend. I mean Monday. Let's see. Let's just have a quick look at the economic calendar. What is set for next week? Okay, we have. What do we have? Nothing really. Wednesday, Thursday. Ah, non-farm payroll on Friday. Okay, so next week would be nice. And all willing, we'll see each other next week. Ciao, ciao.